Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, on the agenda tonight, we're going to be taking a look at Gary Numan. And this is going to be a really interesting one because this is all to do with accusations of lip-syncing, miming live. And we are going to be taking a look at, actually, a message that Gary put out many years ago about performing live and the accusations of miming and all that kind of stuff. We're going to be taking a look at a performance from 2017. It was actually released in 2018. But we have the released performance on Gary's official channel, but also crowd shot footage from 2017 that somebody uploaded to YouTube. So it's going to be great because we can do that cross-reference to the sound live and then the sound that's on YouTube. As always, links to these videos are in the description below. But what I want to do first actually is get this quote or this statement that Gary made years ago about performing live, lip-syncing, miming. I'll put this on screen so you guys can pause it if you want to read through the whole thing. But it's basically him saying, look, I'm more than happy to acknowledge my use of tech to create the live sound that we currently enjoy, all that kind of stuff. And again, you can pause this to read through it all. And it's actually, yeah, a very long quote. So you could be pausing this quite a lot. And here we have, how do you react to people who say you mime on stage? And I'm just going to move this across so you can see it a bit more clearly. And here, usually with a slightly resigned expression. I really have gone over this so many times before, and I have no secrets about it whatsoever. So once again, and he goes through it. And basically, he's saying that he sings live. And this is why, you know, he would respond with a slightly resigned expression. So this is what I've been asked to look into, considering these statements that have been made by Gary and this particular performance. So we will jump into this footage, and on the top you'll see this is the crowd shot footage because it never moves, the angle doesn't change. It's somebody obviously holding their phone and recording it. And the bottom here is from the official Gary Numan channel, and you'll notice how, you know, it shoots from, you know, different angles and stuff. But what you will notice is how this is absolutely the same show, because if you focus on Gary at the front of the stage here, everything that he does, such as dipping his head down here, kicking his leg up, it's the same in the other video. And yeah, you can kind of look at them, you know, arms stretched out at this exact second, you know, and it follows him for the milliseconds. If you're watching, it is the definite footage from this show. It's the same show, and you know, with the videos, it's been written as being the same date as the person who says that was when they were there. So anyway, it's definitely the same performance. So I've isolated the vocals, run them through the pitch monitoring software as always, and I've put the official Gary Numan video and audio into the left channel because I just want to listen to this to begin with.
Here in my door, up as safest of all, I can lock up my doors, and it's the only way living cause.
So we're really accurate here, and you might see how kind of on the line we are there, but also over the line here on the A3, that'd be.
Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you, and it keeps me stable before I dies in cause.
And yeah, again, really accurate with this, you know, being over the lines. And I know that it's very small because of the way that I'm organizing the screen, so you can see that it is, you know, the same performance that's going on. But when I jump into it a little bit more closely, you'll be able to see, yeah, exactly what I'm talking about here. And let me just move it forward a little bit here. Have a listen.
Here in my car, where the image breaks down, will you be?
I mean, you can hear that bit of manipulation going on here to be over that A3. So I think the problem here is people are saying that it's not a live vocal in this video because, I mean, it really doesn't sound like a live vocal. It sounds like it has been corrected quite heavily, but also just the overall sound of it.
Let me please, if I am the mind over and cause.
That kind of thing, where Gary moves away from the mic.
Mind over and cause.
I'm sure his mouth isn't even there. Let's watch it in slow motion.
Cause.
Yeah. So that kind of thing makes people think, well, it's not a live vocal, because you can still hear him saying cars and his face is now facing the ground and he's nowhere near the microphone.
Cause.
Yeah. So now when we go back to the crowd shot footage, and we'll get rid of the official audio. Have a listen to this.
Here is the gun. I've got everything.
Absolutely 100% a live vocal. That is not tuned. That's not pitch corrected. That's not auto-tuned. This is Gary singing live, and we're hearing it from the crowd. This isn't the official release. It's the same show. I say it should be the same vocal. He was singing live. This is absolutely live.
I can listen to you, kiss me, stand with all guys, they can't.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Now that sounds like a live vocal. We've now got to decipher, well, what are we hearing on the official channel? Is it the original vocal that has been pitch corrected? So I've synced these up left and right, and left is crowd shot footage, right official audio. Have a listen to this.
Here in my car.
We are in sync here.
No, I've started to think
Still pretty much in sync.
about leaving tonight, as though nothing seems right in cause.
And you might be able to hear we go ever so slightly out of sync between left and right. Listen again.
Here in my car. No, I've started.
You can see how in the right channel, which is the official audio, he starts his line earlier than he did at the actual venue. So listen again.
Here in my car. No.
That no. And let me just take it back. We'll listen to it in slow motion actually. You can hear he's come in on the official audio earlier than actually happened live. The reason that this is interesting is because Gary has said, as we've seen it in that quote, that he sings live. He's not lip-syncing. And he's absolutely truthful when he says that. He is singing live up here. But what's happened is, from performing it live, singing it live, by the time it gets released, not only is it really heavily pitch corrected, but we can objectively say, because the timing doesn't match, that they've replaced his vocal. And that's why it looks like he's lip syncing, because the voice we're hearing is not the voice that he was doing on the night. So it's not even the case that they've pitch corrected his live vocal. Whoever has released this on the official channel have replaced Gary Numan's live vocal with some other vocal. And God knows where that is from. I don't know. It's a pitch corrected vocal that isn't even the same timing. We'll have another listen.
No, I've started to think about.
And the about is early in the official release as well. Have a listen to that right channel coming in early. He's already said about in the right channel, but at the actual show, he hasn't said it yet. So this is, I think, a first for the channel with my analysis videos where the artist has said, I don't lip sync, I sing live. And the video and the audio of their official release on their channel isn't the live vocal. And it's not even a pitch corrected live vocal. It's not even the live vocal. It's been replaced with some other live vocal that has been pitch corrected. So it makes no sense for an artist to say that they sing live. Absolutely. And everyone who says that they lip sync is lying. And then they go out and they lip sync. It doesn't make any sense. Gary knows that he sings live because he was singing live. But by the time it gets released, everyone says that he's lip syncing because it's not actually the same vocal. And obviously the timing's off. We've seen that you can hear the sound of his voice, but he's nowhere near the mic. So of course people are going to say that he's lip syncing. This is where it gets really interesting. And the rabbit hole just gets deeper, because is Gary thinking that what's released on YouTube will be his live vocal? Because he knows he was singing live, but then he's not paying attention enough to see that, oh, hang on, they've replaced my actual vocal that I did on the night. So could this be a case of the artist being totally unaware? And this is what I think, because it doesn't make sense to deny lip syncing and then you go out and you don't actually sing live. He's going out and he knows that he's singing live, but then what's released to the public is now not a live vocal. And yeah, it does look off just because the timing's off. And I think the vocal that they're using, I don't know, it doesn't quite sound like a studio recorded vocal, but it's really close because the vocal is so pristine with the way it sounds, whereas a live vocal, yeah, there's no denying. And let's see the official release.
Here in my car, where the image breaks down, will you visit me, please? If I open my door and cars.
Yeah, it's absolute night and day between the live vocal and then the one that they've put on there that's also pitch corrected. Like I said, it'll be interesting to know how much Gary knows about this, because he can be making the statement saying, I sing live, but then what's being released is not live. So the production of his voice when it is released publicly is not only not live, but it's pitch corrected, so it sounds weird. And that's why everyone says, or the accusations come through, that he's not singing live. So you can see that this is just a vicious circle. Gary sings live. The video gets released on the internet with the production team changing his voice. People accusing of lip syncing. He says he doesn't lip sync, he sings live. He goes out and he performs and he sings live. The production team change the vocal, pitch correct it. People then say he's lip syncing. He says he doesn't lip sync, he performs live. So he goes out and he sings live. It's just a never-ending circle. And I think that can only happen when somebody is totally unaware of what's actually happening to their voice in the studio before they're releasing it. The voice that he's singing with on the night of these shows, and in this particular case, this song, that vocal isn't the one that they're using when they're uploading the video. Anyway, thank you guys. Keep those suggestions and requests for future videos coming in the comment section below. As always, let me know what you guys think. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!